Hooray! Happy New Year, everybody! It's the first boom of the new year. And I got Pete in the shadows. I can see way too much of Keith's face. Barry has adjusted his camera in some way. And Anthony is like in his little studio and looks like he messed up his hair right before you went online.
I'm putting together minis.
Oh, for what game?
Necromunda.
Attaboy. Yeah, so there you go. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Fantastic. Not really, but I'm putting together minis. It's calming me down.
Those are click together, right? They aren't.
No.
You gotta glue them.
Yep.
Oh, because Shadespire was click together.
Yeah, Shadespire is the push fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I briefly was putting together skeletons today. Skeletons are really annoying to put together, but the ladder league for 2018 started up, and my daughter and I have to go at it on Sunday, and I need to finish. Oh man, I need to finish like 32 skeleton models. So I'm really not looking forward to doing all of them, but whatever. They got to get done. But
you can't even clip them, right? You have to do that stupid filing thing.
Yeah, just like because they're too tiny, so you have to like you can. There's a couple pieces like the weapon and the shield you can twist off pretty well, but if you use a clip on some of the other stuff, if you're not really careful, you're gonna clip off part of your mini. So, but once I finally get all 80 skeleton warriors done, they will be a force to contend with. So, other than that, what's everybody been up to? What's new? What's amazing? What's awesome?
Nothing.
Don't leave your garage door open in the winter.
Well, only if you have piping out there.
Well, so winter. How cold is it where you are?
It was 5 degrees that night. Yesterday,
oh no, not
yesterday
5.
It was -8, but 5 degrees was enough to freeze my pipes solid and cause them all to bust. And yeah, that was fun. Don't leave your garage door open.
That does stink. But
yeah. It makes it extra painful when you were the idiot that left it open, because there's no one to blame but yourself. So you just have to be pissed off at yourself. This just sucks.
There's that. I guess it was. I mean, I can relate. It was like -30 the other day here. So.
Oh, that's because you live up there where it's supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even us. We're not supposed to have -30. It's.
My dad lives right outside Charleston, South Carolina. They got 4 inches of snow today. I guarantee you, nobody's doing crap in that town now because
it's gonna hit this whole area in the next couple days. It's moving. We're not expecting to get hit, but the surrounding areas are gonna get it.
I mean, the place might as well be on fire because nobody's gonna do anything.
I know this sounds awful, but when I see when I see like videos of parts of the nation that don't normally have snow and or ice, and you watch people try to drive, it makes me giggle a little bit. I mean, just because they're not.
I do the same thing because we get snow here. We know how to deal with it, but you go 2 states south of here, and they're helpless as soon as a flake hits the ground.
Yeah, and people think, oh, I can still drive 45. Why am I not stopping?
You guys can have 3 feet of snow and not care. We're good up to about 12 inches here, but
well, we also have a lot of it's one of those things where we have plow crews and things like that, and we have trucks that go out and regularly put sand and salt down on so it takes care of them pretty well.
Yeah, we're real proactive around here anymore. It's like if the forecast is snow or freezing rain or anything this time of year, they go out and brine all the roads, so that helps a ton. I don't know if you guys brine them up there or not, where they spray the salt solution that dries on the road. That way it's pre-salted, basically.
Salt is actually like hideously bad though for the environment. So it's one of those things that kind of, it's like, oh well, it's definitely helping taking care of all this stuff, but it's also like, oh well, you're also like killing plant life, and
it's just weeds along the road. Who cares?
Yeah, it's extremely bad for concrete.
At that temperature, most of the plant life's dead already.
Just salt the earth, right?
That's right. Salt the earth.
Salt the earth.
Season it until it's perfectly. Mwah.
Yes.
If you come by in the spring and pepper it, it'll be fine.
That's right. You just have to balance it. A little oregano, little pepper.
What kind of world are you leaving people with? But
A tasty one.
a tasty one, yes. Excellent.
That's right.
So anyway, playing. I mean, should we pretend that we're going to talk about games for a little bit before
Sure. Mine will be of the video persuasion, but yes.
Yeah, I haven't played any games for a week, so yeah. At least I played a week ago.
I actually played a board game on a video game, which was kind of cool. Yeah, I downloaded the tabletop simulator app for the Oculus Rift I got for Christmas, and I've been playing around with that, which is kind of cool. Playing games in VR is pretty neat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've got downloadable apps for Scythe, Zombicide, a bunch of other games. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to more content for that.
Well, that's cool.
I played Massive Darkness. I got a complaint about the boards too; they were warped. But
oh, you just reminded me. I need to check Godfather.
Ooh.
How did it survive Gloomhaven?
Well, if only we knew somebody who worked at Cooling or Not that you could, take
I think
I knew what I could do, but you always try to fix it yourself to see if you can fix it warping.
I'm gonna check them again, but I think they straightened out. But yeah,
it's much better than it was.
I popped them out, and while playing them, they started to bend.
Remember, like what was it, like 6-7 years ago when the first Betrayal at House in the Hill came out, like the reprint came out? And like, I remember I opened it up and I played it, and I was like, oh, this is great, and then and then I heard all these things about saying, oh, my boards are completely warped, and I was just like, the boards aren't warped, you guys are crazy. And then I went and opened up my box, and they were just bent into U's basically. I was like, what the heck is going on with this?
Mine warped before I finished punching the game.
Wow.
I've had boards warp as I was playing the game before on some things.
Yeah, that's why it was Massive Darkness.
I've actually been dying to try the Betrayal on Baldur's Gate. Has anyone played that yet?
I've heard it's a completely just pasted on theme. It's not like D&D or anything like that. It's just
I love the Baldur's Gate series on PC back in the day. I was real excited with that. I picked it up and I haven't played it yet, but I mean,
you might get something out of it just because of your love of the your love of the setting. But as far as like being something like that, I everything I've heard is it's just nothing to it.
So it's still half of a good game, just like Betrayal then.
Yeah,
I guess.
Well, people just love that idea of what's going to happen? Which crazy story are we going to get?
Well, that's the only fun part. It's the first half of the game that's pointless.
Well,
yeah.
I'm going to do a bunch of stuff that doesn't really freaking matter.
Between Christmas and a little bit of self-shopping, I picked up 9 new games that I'm excited to play. I got Charterstone. I got Fallout. I got Legacy of Dragonholt. I got.
I got 2 of those.
Well, Fallout's sold out everywhere, right? It's just
I got Fallout.
It's just gone.
Sword and Sorcery. What else did I pick up? The expansion to Scythe, the air expansion.
I got that.
And Oh, I got The Art of Chill. Bob Ross, The Art of Chill. Looking forward to that one. And, yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing a lot of those. They're all still in shrink. I'm dying to crack them open and play this weekend. I'm gonna try to play games at least one day this weekend. Get off my video kick. I've been playing a ton of Xbox and VR stuff for the last couple weeks, so I need to get back into board gaming a little bit.
I played a little Far Cry Primal, going out and playing with my kitty cat, hunting people and animals. But the only game I've done in the past week, unfortunately.
Well, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still playing Hand of Fate 2 as far as video games go. I enjoy that. So that's something if people think that's interesting at all. Like the whole like combination of like the Arkham Asylum Batman combat, Shadows of Mordor combat, but then like deck building as well. And like, you know, it tough to explain. Basically, you do like these little deck building things, and like you kind of play like a card game, and then like it's telling your adventure, and then it says, oh, and then they went and they battled, and then like you actually go to the battle scene and you have to like, you know, fight the, you know, whatever. So it's kind of a neat little combination of those two things. But
cool.
Yeah.
I haven't played a good Batman game in a while. I tried the Batman VR game and it was good, but it was just really short. It was only like 20 minutes. So it was it wasn't disappointed with the content. I wasn't disappointed with the quality. I was just disappointed that it was such a small amount of content, but it was like $5. So I guess I can understand why. I'm waiting for these big VR games to actually get to be like full-fledged titles and not just tech demos.
Well, fair enough. I don't know. What's new?
So, before I know Aldi will bring this up if he pops on, although it is his anniversary, so he may not be on.
I don't think we'll see him.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see him. But what do people think about? What do people think about Gloomhaven being #1 now on BGG?
I guess if I cared about the BGG rankings, I guess I'd have an opinion.
Well, let's pretend you care about the rankings. What's your opinion of a game that came out basically a year ago, vaulting to #1 so quickly?
It's all like cyclical. I'm just wondering, you know, back in the day, there used to be like this weird mentality of people that said that they had to like protect it. I don't know, like they had to prevent like things from happening. So like when Space Hulk like when all the like people that were like big giant Space Hulk fans, like everybody, and the reprint came, everybody was like, oh, you know, vote it up, and everybody like went crazy and was giving it a 1 or a 10, and like, you know, it was climbing the rankings, just heading up the list. And but then there was like these you know, I don't know how to just
the Guardians of Agricola.
The Guardians of Agricola that you know, just joined forces and started like giving it rankings of 1 and tried to drag it back down, you know, and it was just, you know, but that's just, I think people just don't care anymore, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I mean
Gloomhaven didn't go up nearly as fast as Pandemic Legacy did.
I know, and that's what really bothers me. I guess the old school mentality in me just thinks that something needs to be earned, and to go that quickly after release off of the hype doesn't make me feel like it earned the #1 spot more than it was just a popularity contest. And not, I mean, dude, does anyone here really feel that Pandemic or Gloomhaven are the best board games in the industry right now?
Well, I mean, what's the ranking is based upon a conglomeration of people, and you know what they tend to think is, you know, the best possible game for them, right? So if there's, you know, so if enough people are of the impression that, you know, hey, this game is like it isn't necessarily their number one game, but it's just this is a game that I'm going to give it a 10 because I have a lot of fun playing it. So, but if there's enough people that are saying I'm going to give it a 10 because I enjoy playing it, then eventually that's just what happens, right?
Yeah. By the very definition, rankings are a popularity contest, so it makes sense. And for me, Gloomhaven got more play for me than any other game ever has in such a short period of time. So,
how far did you get in? You were playing it for like a month straight, weren't you?
So I played it 22 times in a month. And then when they were coming out with the new Kickstarter for some upgrades, I put it on the shelf waiting for my new stuff, and I haven't got my new stuff yet. And once I get my new stuff, I'll crank it out and start going again. But I wanted all the updated stuff before I continued on. But I mean, I would say I played 4 games straight in the same sitting one
like
day.
2 hours a pop or hour and a half a pop.
I was knocking them out in an hour and a half or less. I played 2 scenarios just during the boom one night. Just bam, bam, right back to back. Because I play it solo, I can play it pretty quickly.
Well, I've got a Bizarro group. I mean, they just freaking love it. I mean, they get together. I mean, one time we were playing D&D, and the guy I've played D&D with for like ever. He after the D&D session, he's like, D&D was fun and all, but I would have had more fun playing Gloomhaven tonight. He was like that into it. Right.
Just. Well, Lance, if you were the BGG ratings, what would your top 3 games be? We can go down the list. I'd be curious to hear what everyone's top games are, just to hear a perspective of what type of games you really like.
Well, am I supposed to say what my top 3 games are, or what do I think the top 3 games Lance
Mixter's top 3 games?
Well, I don't know who Lance Mixter is, so since my name is Lance Mikester. God, you've only been on the show for like 3 years. Too much to ask. You know my freaking name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's our classification then? So if it's on the BGG database and it's considered to be a game or whatever in the BGG database, then that's
no. The question was, what are your top 3 games? Period.
Well, I'm assuming non-video game here. We're going just
board games. Top 3 tabletop board games. You could include RPGs if that's your flavor.
Then it's D&D is my number 1. I'd rather play D&D over anything. Mm-hmm. Number 2, the most fun game that I play that I don't get to play enough of is poker. I just absolutely love playing poker with my friends. And number 3 right now is Warhammer Age of Sigmar. I mean, those are my top 3. Those are completely nothing those are nobody I couldn't be further from the what people consider to be the top games with my choices.
No, but they're all good choices. Keith?
I am horrible at saying what my favorite games are because I look at all my games and I'm like, really like it, really like it, really like it. And it just depends on what I'm in the mood for. No game has pulled me in to play it more than Gloomhaven, so that's up there. And, after that, it's just tough because there's 50 of them that, given my mood, are right there. So I can't say the next one is the best game or my favorite game. I mean, I've played a ton of Love Letter. That's probably my most played game. I really like Love Letter, and it's just a little bitty tiny game, but it's one that I can always play. And, I'd probably throw Mysterium as one of my absolute favorite games. A game I would never turn down playing is Mysterium. You say you want to play Mysterium? My answer is always, yep, let's go. So
those are fine choices as well. It doesn't have to be the in vogue or popular choices.
Right.
What if you had to take 3 games with you? If you're going to be stranded on a desert island with 3 games, those would be the ones you grab. There's nothing wrong with that.
But if I'm on a desert island, I probably want something bigger. I'll probably take Feast for Odin and Gloomhaven and something else. But Problem with Desert Island with Gloomhaven, I was going to run out of crap to do when I use it all.
What about you, Barry?
I'm thinking Arkham Horror probably one.
Arkham over Eldritch.
I don't really. I like Arkham better than Eldritch. I like the streamline of Eldritch. I like the feeling of Arkham better. Granted, Arkham is a little more clunky, but whatever.
Take your time.
Caverna, I guess. I never played Agricola, so I don't know what that's like.
No. Caverna is kind of the stripped down version of Agricola.
Oh yeah. What would the third one be?
I don't know.
There do I. Robinson Crusoe, I guess.
Okay. Anthony?
Yeah, Robinson's my number 3.
Nobody asked.
Number 2, Twilight Struggle. And number 1,
Homer.
Number 1 is Heroescape.
Heroescape. Oh, cool.
I never played Heroescape either, or Twilight Struggle for that matter.
Well, very informative or something.
What about you, Pete?
I would say number 3 would probably be Pirates Cove.
Shark Island.
Number 2.
Number 2 is Delve.
No. Number 2 would be Shadows over Camelot, and number 1 would be Star Wars Rebellion. I'm not that much of a homer.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just, but like I said, the ratings are garbage. I mean, it's just, who cares?
I agree. There's a lot of good games that I see in the 5 and 6 ranges, and a lot of bad games that I see with 8s, 7s, 8s, and 9s. It's hard to really put stock in them. It just,
yeah.
I guess it bothers me that a game that came out less than a year ago can vault to number 1 over games that have been up there in the top 10 for 5-10 years now. I feel like there's a maturation process that should happen with these ratings, and it's too easy to manipulate them these days.
Look at the voters though. Like Gloomhaven has just under 9,000 votes, while Twilight Struggle has just under 30,000 votes.
See, yeah, there's no weight to the amount of votes. It's just the actual rating once it hits a certain threshold. So as soon as you get above 500 or 1,000 votes, whatever it is, the rating takes over versus the number of votes. It's just very odd to me. I don't know why there's no way to weight in the amount of votes into an average score. For something to have 30,000 votes and have that high a rating is much more impressive than 9,000 votes, in my eyes.
But it's 30,000 votes over 10 years versus 9,000 over a year. So your per year number of positive votes is much, much higher for that new game, which is an artifact of the fact that.
But I would also venture that the longevity of high votes for Twilight Struggle will far outlast the amount of high votes Gloomhaven will get in the next 4 years. Will it even be a relevant game in 4 years? Whereas I feel like Twilight Struggle is a game that people will play for decades. I don't see Gloomhaven being anything in 3 years from now, 4 years from now. They've done all they can do with that game. They're not gonna. It's one of those. It's an anomaly. That game more so than anything else, I think, is an anomaly in the system. But the other games that are in those top games like Agricola and Twilight Struggle, those games were relevant and are still relevant, whereas Gloomhaven, Pandemic Legacy, in 5-10 years, no one will give a crap about them.
Now, no one will believe me, but I would venture that if Twilight Struggle were to have come out in 2017, nobody would care about it.
I agree with you. It would have gotten lost in the shuffle.
It would have gotten lost in the shuffle. It would have been, oh, look, a 2-player game about Cold War that's been over forever, and who cares?
No, it's all a product of the environment when it came out. I think almost any one of those older games that would come out today, But the problem is that so many games were inspired by those games that what games would be out now if Twilight didn't come out when it did, or Agricola didn't come out when it did? How many games were inspired by those games or borrowed mechanics from those games? So,
and I can't talk about quality of it because I've never played it.
I don't know about that though, because GMT has its own following. You know.
Yes,
They
it
do.
does, but it's niche within the niche.
It's
right?
niche within the niche. I don't know the numbers. I don't think the amount of people.
You know how many
that
GMT games I can name that came out last year?
Yeah. Plus, you think
Zero.
about it. Their big thing is the P500, where they need 500 people in order to make a game. Their numbers just aren't as big as the general board game geek populace.
For their audience, they're extremely popular, and those people love those games. But they have no mass market appeal, no broad public appeal. So
no,
GMT
has been the same.
World.
They make the same type of games that they've made 10, 15 years ago. They make those same games now. They don't do miniatures. They're all little chits. They're all war games. They are not changing or budging. They are who they are, and there's a place for it. But in today's marketplace, it's not a very big place anymore as it was 15, 20 years ago.
It's not a big growth market. It's a steady market with a very loyal consumer base that will give you a steady, predictable income, for lack of a better term, without the highs and lows that you would see with a lot of the other game companies. And there's nothing wrong with that. Not at all.
So I've asked this before, but what do you guys think? Do you think war games would be more popular if they were more aesthetically pleasing?
You mean like full decked out in miniatures and pre-painted stuff with terrain, not just cardboard chits on a map?
I don't even know about miniatures, but yeah, not even cardboard chits, but just like it's almost like clip art to me. You know.
I mean, it would be better than it is. I mean, there would be more people playing it, but it takes a certain kind of mind to want to play a war game. And I don't have that type of mind. I don't have the big long-term strategic planning for a big battle and managing those resources and stuff type of mind. And some people will never dig the theme either.
It is funny though that in the different industries, like for instance in video game industry, World War II is a hugely popular IP. Like Call of Duty World War II was one of the most popular games of last year. But you try to put out a World War II based board game, and it's a niche following, like a GMT game would be about that. I would wonder if you took a World War II board game and really gave it a Fantasy Flight or Simon style production quality with tons of miniatures and terrain and all that, if it could hit mainstream.
They kind of done that with Tannhauser and stuff like that back in the day. And I still think
it's still zombified and stuff, though. I mean, was it real traditional?
Probably,
it wasn't traditional World War II combat,
right? But I don't think that's going to pull it in because there's a big difference between what you're doing in board games and the games you just described. The popular World War II video games are first-person shooters. You control one guy. You're the hero. You are the center of your universe. You are not controlling armies and squads and platoons and strategizing the entire war. There are games like that in the video game world, which are the RTS and turn-based strategy games. And while there's some level of popularity for those, they're nowhere near the first-person shooter popularity.
But you could kind of do that in a board game where you.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you could be just a squad where each player is playing one person in the squad.
Right. But you don't have that Twitch reward. You don't have that storytelling.
So you don't think they could adapt Call of Duty into a board game?
And somebody's got to play the Nazis, and nobody wants to play the Nazis when it comes down to it a lot of times. Which, it's tough to want to play the most hated group of people in the history of the world.
Well, we got apps now.
Yeah, could be app generated. It could be a co-op where the Nazis.
Yeah, it could be. But then, okay, if we're using an app, why would I play the board game version instead of just playing Call of Duty now? So, it has to be more board game than app at that point.
You play Mansion of Madness, and I don't know if the Imperial.
That works because it's got the tactile of the. You're still playing the board game. The app's just doing card crap for you, which helps. You might be able to have a World War II, but
Keith, your mic is going crazy.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
because I'm leaning far away from it. Sorry.
No, it sounds like you're like, you know, it sounds like when Anthony's goes bad.
You're crackling.
You're
I thought it
cracking
was
it.
my headphones for a minute. I thought it was my connection.
Yeah, I did too. I've been tweaking my headphones in there, trying to see if it was mine. Yeah, I don't know. It's a funny thing. It's so different. The industries from industry to industry, what's popular and what's not. And you think there'd be more crossover, but there really is a big difference between what's popular in like app industry versus the hardcore video game industry, between the board game industry. It's not as much crossover as you'd think, although there is some.
Does it sound any better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's still your voice, but
Yeah, you can't fix that crap. But
No, we can't.
You could do anything with a computer nowadays, Keith.
Mm.
there's limitations to the technology. There's not enough gigabytes allowed. Exactly. I mean, anything could work if it's done right. I mean, the Fallout board game is a first-person role-playing game turned to a board game, right? So
I haven't played mine yet. Is it good?
I like a lot of parts of it. I just don't like the way you win the game.
Okay.
I just don't like the way that you have to earn the victory conditions. But the rest of it I think is really fun, and it feels like Fallout. It's just the end game or winning condition does not feel at all like Fallout to me. And I don't know. It could be used. I'll give it some more chances, but it is fun going around and exploring the wasteland and getting loot, and the little stories that it tells are pretty darn cool. So I like that. I mean, it's super random, what you expect from that type of game. And I'm not going to say that that part's bad. I just don't like that you have to go get an agenda card, and then I've got 3 agenda cards in my hand. One of them is you get a point for the difference between how much further ahead the railroad is than the synths, and the other card that you have is how much further the synths are than the railroad. So you really makes it really hard for you to win if you keep getting conditions that fight against each other. Whereas somebody else may draw 3 railroad over the synth and convince you that that's the right way to go. And next thing you know, boom, they win. I struggle with that one a little bit. I would like there to be not so many of the exact same goal in the game. But I think expansions will help that longer term because you'll get a bigger deck of agendas, give you more opportunities to earn those points that you need to hit that point threshold to win the game.
Couldn't you also go through the deck and eliminate some of the doubles just to make it less likely?
The deck's not big enough.
No.
The deck is too darn small for that. And you have a hand size limit. And that's the other thing is you have an agenda hand size limit. So I think you only have 4 agenda cards, and each card is worth a point on its own. And then it will have conditions that can give you maybe 1 more point or maybe a point of the delta between 2 factions or something like that. And so when you're limited to 4 cards, it makes it tougher. So you have to pick something up and discard something eventually. And you have to do things to get those cards on top of the one that you start the game with. And like in a 2-player game, you need 10 points to win. So the more players, the less points you need to win, which can help. But you could have a situation where everybody just pushes the synths up and somebody gets a quick, easy win too. So I don't know. I just don't care for the end game, but the rest of the gameplay is fun. And I don't think this is a game you play for winning as much as the journey. I think this feels like more of the fun is in the journey versus the end.
Okay.
And if nobody gets their agenda points fast enough, then everybody loses. So
They're all losers.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Lance? You seem kind of melancholy tonight.
You're kind of melancholy.
Nice, it's quiet.
It doesn't sound so good when somebody says it to you, does it?
That doesn't bother me.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. No, I mean, just I don't know. And it's the new year, and more of the crazy same, and just hopefully, I don't know. I'm a little like I'm wondering what's going to happen this year with the board game world, if you will. I don't know. I mean, do you think that what's going to happen in 2018? Do you think 8,000 legacy games come out?
I don't think that many.
No, no. I think there'll be more than last year, but I mean, there's such big games to make that
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to see a lot of them come out in 1 year unless they're just absolute garbage. I mean, a solid legacy game takes 6 to 8 months to design, and then at least another 6 to 8 months to produce. So you're looking at over a year. So
How many came out last year? Like 4, 5?
well, it was Gloomhaven, Pandemic Legacy 2.
Charterstone.
Well, yeah. So that's 3
3. So there's more
big ones. I mean, I'm sure there were some other little ones that were like legacy light games that had like permanent alteration, but they weren't like full blown, hundreds of hour plus legacy games. So, yeah. I mean, there may be 6 that come out this year versus 3 that came out last year, but that's not really a boom. I don't know. I think this year's going to be one of those years where I think we're going to take a step back. I think you're going to see some companies scale back to quality over quantity because the last few years have been just a spew of games coming out that I think a lot of people are just going to need to catch their breath. I really feel like there'll be less games out this year than last year. I know it's probably a long shot, but that's just my gut. I feel like if more companies don't do that, there'll be a lot less companies next year than this year.
Andy, did you play Gentis?
I did play Gentis.
What'd you think?
I like it. I like the time thing.
Yeah, the timing thing's fun.
I like when you sit there and go, all right, I'm going to use the double side of the time thing this turn and then screw myself for the next turn a little bit. Or
so you can jam more onto your player board.
Now, yeah, but at the detriment of having less room for the next round. But
Gentis coming to you from TMG Kickstarter, January. Find it.
I'm looking forward to a TMG game this year.
Which one?
Crusaders.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, back to Crusaders.
I can't wait to get my hands on that guy.
Yep, that was one I'm interested in playing too.
I haven't seen a lot that's got me like super hyped and excited for this year, but I've also been in that downturn that I've been in for the past 2 months, so it's hard for me to get amped up.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I don't even look at Kickstarter now.
No, I'm excited for a couple. I'm excited for one Kickstarter project, the Batman game from Monolith. I'm excited about that.
I'm excited for Travis's.
Are you talking about hate coming from Cool Mini or Not?
Yeah, that looks good. I'm excited about Rising Sun because that's coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I must have given you guys my money for that a long time ago.
Star Wars Legion, I'm looking forward to. I think that's going to be cool.
I don't care about Star Wars Legion.
Song of Ice and Fire. I mean, that's kind of a homer pick, but I am looking forward to it.
Hey, it's a war game.
Yeah, it is a war game.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, like I said, this year seems to be like it's going to be a step backwards. I think overall, I think there's going to be some solid games out, but there's going to be less of them.
I want some more good Euro games because I feel like last year was a disappointment when it comes to the Euro game space.
Is there any rumorings of a big Euro game coming out this year?
I don't know. I mean, the Euro games I liked this past year were Yokohama.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Alta
Yokohama.
And I would almost call Gloomhaven a thematic Euro game. And I'm
I've
out,
heard that.
right? I'm out. I'm out of Euro games now for last year that I thought were good. Or that I thought
Brazil
I really
is the big one from the same guys who did Madeira.
Brazil. No, I haven't even heard of that one.
It's been coming for the past 3 years.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's why I haven't heard. Just forgot
2018 will be the year, supposedly.
Is Charterstone Euro like?
Oh, it's worker placement, yeah, but I haven't played it yet, so I can't talk about it.
Is
So I
that
can't judge
technically
it.
that's last year, right? Not this year. I know.
It came out in December. So
okay, because I got mine just a couple weeks. I got mine right at the end of the year. I didn't know.
yeah, I got mine 3 weeks into December or whatever. But
Okay.
I've opened the box and said, "Yay, there it is." I can't really do anything with it until I get a group together to play it. I'm hoping to play my first game, or maybe even 2 games in a row next week.
It's not soloable. It's total.
Well, I don't want to play it solo because it's legacy. If I start playing it by myself, I mean, I can play anything solo because I'm good at playing with myself. But that's a game I want to play with a group and see how the game develops.
Oh, they don't want to play that with you.
I do look at my Seafall box on the wall over there and think, you know what? I'm just going to open that up because the group's never going to play it again, and I'm just going to simulate opening crap just to see where the game goes.
No, I never even cracked my Seafall open. I bought it with all the hype, and after watching the wave of negative feedback and reviews, and then I got a friend locally that played it, and I trusted his opinion. I said, okay, so go ahead and spoil. I don't care. And he talked to me about the whole game. He played it like 2/3 of the way through, and I was like, okay. I traded it off. Traded mine off.
Best thing in my Seafall were the metal coins because I use those for a lot of games.
I should have kept those. I traded my metal coins with it. I should have kept those. I could have used those for something else, but
those are good.
I got more trade value for it by trading the coins with it. But yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting, but it just felt like that game was going to be a slow roll to start revealing stuff after that first full game. And
so here's an interesting question: do you think Seafall has tarnished legacy games in the eyes of a lot of people? Do you think that game put such a negative hit on the legacy game that people are a little more leery now about jumping full-fledged into a legacy game?
No, because people ran out for Pandemic and Gloomhaven. No, I don't think it did.
So you think those two big, huge games may have saved Legacy from dying out really quickly then?
I mean, look at the first game that had Legacy. It was Risk, for God's sakes.
Right. Yeah. But I've heard Risk Legacy is actually a pretty good game.
I don't care. It's still Risk. Yeah, for a Risk game. Right? That's the key. So it's not great, but it made Risk interesting to play, and it was good proof of concept. Then Pandemic Legacy, boom, everybody loved it. Seafall, everybody expected Pandemic Legacy and didn't get it. And they got a game that has some, I think Seafall has some really cool elements. I just don't think, I think it baked too long and it wasn't baking right. And they said, we just got to get it out there. And I just don't think it came together the way it should have.
So you think maybe it was rushed is why it didn't get the treatment it deserved?
I don't think it was even rushed. I think part of the problem is the way it was probably developed, because you have company who well, you got Rob Davio involved, who's mostly doing the game, but he's working with Plaid Hat, which they're not full-time people working together. And then you got Plaid Hat going to the middle of being sold to Z-Man in the middle of all this crap, which probably puts some kind of pressures on you to get some stuff out. You got the fans asking every 5 minutes, when are we going to get it? When are we going to get it? When are we going to get it? And I'm sure all that stuff added up to do it. I mean, the production's really nice. The story stuff I've seen looks really nice. It's just the game engine itself gets really. My first game I thought was awesome. My second game I thought, this is all right. But then as soon as I finished that second game, I went, but this is all it's ever going to be with just more stuff. Because at the end of, we did the prologue, that at the end of the first game, almost every spot on the board that you could go explore and do something with was done with. There wasn't that much you could do right off the next game. And it was going to be so slow compared to what your first game was. We just didn't have an interest in pursuing it. And then when the reviews were coming in saying, meh, I just gave up. I wasn't going to try because it's too hard to get my group together as is. So it just wasn't going to be worth it.
Yeah. I think it was rushed.
But there are some people out there that like the game. They're just the minority in this case. Oh, I saw some pictures of the boards for the Century, the next game in the Century Spice Road series. And It looks like a lot more complex-ish game. Probably not just one step up in complexity from the current game. But there were like tiles and wooden pieces like to move around and stuff. So that looks interesting. I'm kind of excited to see what that does. So that's something for Origins time frame. Is anybody excited for any shows this year? I'm excited to go to BGG Con again. I am hesitating even getting a hotel for Gen Con right now with the new policies and just I don't know.
I'm not going to the same shows this year as I am last year because of the change in job. So I'm going to 3 trade shows: our CMON Expo, Gamma, New York Toy Fair, and then Gen Con Origins. And I will definitely say I'm not looking forward to Gen Con or Origins for that matter, because I just think I feel like those shows have just gotten stale for me. I actually was really enjoying the smaller shows, and now with my new role, I won't be doing those smaller shows anymore. So as far as shows, I mean, I'm only doing them because I have to do them.
I mean, I'm going to go to Gen Con. Why wouldn't I? It's an hour from my house. But to actually go and stay and drop the kind of money I've been dropping the past few years, I'm not sure I see the point in it. But I felt that way last year, and I changed my mind. I had a great time at Gen Con last year. Probably the best time I've had at Gen Con in probably the past 4 years. And it is 100% due to people from this show that was better.
Because you're welcome.
I mean, staying with Anthony was a good time. Getting to visit with Lance was a good time. Getting to visit with Aldi, getting to see Pete. I missed Barry, but
I'll say this: the whatever it is, the BGG Hot Games Room or whatever that they had, where people could just go and sit down and play games.
Dude, every night I was there.
That was the only place worth being.
Exactly. Honestly. That was what made Gen Con last year.
I think it won't be as bad this year. I mean, last year, the 50th anniversary, it was a little bit overcrowded. I think this year, it's going to dip down in attendance a little bit, which is a good thing in my opinion.
I don't really have any. I mean, if I didn't have to work, if they didn't say, "Hey, Lance, here's your ticket, you got to go," I'd be like, "I'm not."
Yeah, I'm the same way, Lance. I'm the same way. Like, if I could choose my own travel schedule, it would be way different than what I'm going to be doing this year.
Yeah, I do have my
no way on earth.
Origins, so
no, yeah, Origins. Origins. I actually am mildly interested in going, but Gen Con, like none, zero. It's just.
But I don't know if I bought
a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and yeah, it's a lot of work, right?
Yeah. Origin badges on sale already? I know I registered a hotel. I don't know if I bought a badge.
Yeah, I got my room, but whatever.
I got my room. It's not where I wanted to be, but it's a room for Origins.
Yeah, me and Seth got a room each, so we could make sure that we got TMG spots. But that's just so we don't have to, in case because last year, the dealers or whatever got kind of jammed a bit on their spots.
Mm-hmm. They always do.
Yeah. So I
got the Hilton.
What's the CMON Expo like, Pete?
It's a smaller show, which I'm actually looking forward to. It's around 350 to 500 people, and it's just all our products. So they get time to actually sit and play games that aren't released yet, get to sit and ask the questions to our design team and some of the staff, and just basically a sneak peek at what our 2018 calendar. Since it's held in the first half of the year, you're going to get to play games that we're going to be releasing at Origins and Gen Con before you actually before they're actually out. So,
it's in Georgia?
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
Right.
So you get to go play 4 different versions of Zombicide. Gotcha.
Yeah. Like last year, for instance, people were playing Godfather: Rising Sun, Council of Four, Richard the Lionheart, all those games before they even sniffed Street Date. I imagine this year people will get to play stuff that will be either on Kickstarter or some of our later second half of the year releases. So you'll get to probably see Hate and other games of that nature before you can buy them.
Hey, when's your Lorenzo expansion come out? I want that.
I'm not sure. I know the timetable with the Europe
First
release
quarter.
and the US is, yeah, I believe it's soon, but I don't know if they've got an actual date set out yet.
One thing I need from you, Pete, and you fall out on me. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
I know. So technically Lorenzo was a CMON release last year that I really liked, but I played it in 16 at BGG-Con, so I don't count it. Godfather, when I skipped on Euros, Godfather was a good Euro from last year, and it was one of my favorites. So I need to throw that in there.
We have an all-the anniversary.
I'm waiting to get screwed on my Council of 4, by the way.
What now?
I'm waiting to get screwed on my copy of Council of 4.
Why? Why would you get screwed?
Well, because I got it from Cool Stuff's pre-order, and they had the wrong price. They had the pre-order price at $25. And I know the MSRP is like 50 or close to it. So
Have you ever bought a game just for the presentation of the game and then never even played the damn thing?
Seafall.
Yeah.
I bought this in Origins last year, and I haven't even broke the shrink on the cards, but
What is
I
it?
do want to play it.
Merchants of Araby?
Yeah.
It's on sale on CSI every single week.
I bought it because the box is so stinking neat.
You gotta have the right group. If people can't get into the idea of screwing each other over, then they're not gonna have any fun playing that game.
Aldi, it's your anniversary. Why are you here?
Yeah, bomb chicka wow wow. Come on, buddy.
It's we just went out to dinner. But thank
That
you.
old
Was
already.
that a happy anniversary wish, or were you just like,
Happy
I think so.
anniversary.
oh, okay. Well, happy New Year to you guys too.
We didn't expect to see you, so.
Okay.
We were just talking about how
I can hang out.
your rating system is screwed up. So.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
We're all
That
debating on
old-
whether Gloomhaven really deserved to
That
be
old
number one
chestnut.
after only a year.
hey,
That old chest.
It's
fix
a great
it.
game. It's one of the best games I've ever played. I'm totally happy with it. Why would we not be happy?
Yeah,
about
I know.
it?
You
Yeah.
figured it out. You're like, oh, 1-1-1.
I was not like that.
1-1-1.
See, now you know the secret of how it
It's
gets up
only
there. If Aldi likes
7
it.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah, if Aldi likes
artificially
it-
generate ratings.
I mean, I
Aldi
like
likes
Twilight
it.
Struggle, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, Aldi likes it. His rating of 10.
My rating means more than everyone else's.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
it's weighted.
His rating is multiplied by 10,000.
Now you figured out the
Please.
entire thing. It's whatever Aldi rates it is where it lands.
Yeah.
Aldi takes his
Ah.
ratings
1,
to
2,
12
3.
decimal places.
That's not
What
true.
is your
Every Death
rating?
Monster
Ollie?
can go up
By
there.
chance, what is your rating for Gloomhaven?
A 10.
A 10?
It can't go any lower.
It's an Aldi 10, so that means it's like the equivalent of 25,000 people.
It's 76 million.
Yeah. There you go.
76 million.
Nice, Aldi.
Yeah. Minus taxes.
It's over 5,000.
I rated Gloomhaven a 10. And
Yeah, what's wrong with it? I don't know. It's weird. I've been reading this thread, and it's like, man,
I
wish
rated it
cared.
a 1.
I mean, I care about a lot of things in life, but
I rated
Well,
it a 1 just to get
there's a-
back at everybody.
My
You-
main
it-
point was that it skyrocketed to number one in a year where it took games like Twilight Struggle and stuff years to develop. And
It
the
shows-
fact that Twilight Struggle has 30,000 votes and it only has Gloomhaven has 9,000, yet it's still ranked higher.
definitely quantity helps or hurts, right? Like the more people rate it, the more hurtful it gets, right? Because you're gonna get more average or more average. If
What's
you
the minimum
have lots
number
of
of
ratings.
votes for it to qualify for the ranking?
he's not.
Like
Thirty?
if there was a game out there that got 110 rating due to number one,
30.
30. So
No,
30,
no.
10
We have a-
ratings.
Yeah, if you have 30
There's
perfect 10
an
ratings,
algorithm.
if you have 30 perfect 10 ratings, you'll probably be ranked about 5,000.
Hmm.
That's where you start. Then every other, basically, we add in a bunch of, it's called Bayesian average. Right?
Well, these are
So
great.
we add in a lot of average ratings to make to bring it to the norm. If you Google Bayesian, Bayes, 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 IAN.
Town in
average.
China.
Found in what?
Beijing.
China?
Beijing. So it's all about the beige.
Yeah, it's annoying. But we had to do it because as soon as the first 30 perfect 10s came up, it was like, oh, it's a #1 game, right? Because you're just going off. If you just go off base average, like raw average.
I can't help but think people went to downrate Pandemic as it suddenly jumped down by a few points when it's been stable for so long, likely to ensure that Gloomhaven passed it.
Nobody
I'm not
did
happy about that.
Nobody did that.
Who has enough vested interest to really give a crap what it's rated?
I'm just reading these quotes. These are
If
great.
what
Well, I
else
guess
is
someone-
true, a few hundred people
No one-
lowering their rating on Pandemic wouldn't really budge its rating if it has.
It wouldn't even move it.
10,000.
It wouldn't budget by like maybe a factor of 1,000.
Mhm.
1,000th of a point, maybe.
Is there a better way, do you think, to do the ratings if you had to redo it over again?
Probably, but I don't know. I haven't really studied rating systems or any of the other systems. Like, I know so basically when I wrote it, it was IMDb was using Bayesian averages.
I just checked through the first 18 pages of ratings. Not in a single rating of Gloomhaven wasn't rated 1 to 3, while Pandemic Legacy was 7+. However, there are 6 cases of the opposite. Balance. Even the poster, a couple of higher, admitted this is helping the bandwagon. Well, just their gaming system. They're basically saying that like not a single rating of Gloomhaven wasn't rated 1 to 3, while Pandemic Legacy was 7 or above. So like basically somebody who said Pandemic Legacy was a 7 or greater, they didn't rank Gloomhaven 1 through 3. So they weren't trying to push Gloomhaven down, but push. And so, however, there were 6 cases of the opposite of rating Gloomhaven a 7 or above while ranking Pandemic Legacy a 3 or less. This is obviously not balanced, and this is to help the bandwagon of Gloomhaven.
I just can't wait for the History Channel special on this.
Yeah.
I can't believe people care enough to go look at what people are voting for to see if they voted one up and one down.
You know,
I wish my life had that much.
Posted today at 7:38 p.m. I went to Gloomhaven ratings, picked just the ones, and the first person I checked had Gloomhaven as a 1, and also had Pandemic Legacy rated as a 10. Ooh, the font thickens.
Yeah, thickens. Yeah, I think you'll find a lot of that.
How are you going to fix this?
I don't think it's really high on his totem pole priority.
Don't you know that if he creates this,
all it is a sorting. It's a sorting of the games in Bayesian average order. It doesn't mean it's the best game in the world.
Well, then why even have a ranking system then?
It's a sorting of them, right?
But it's a sorting. It's sorting ranked by how they're perceived
by the popularity on the website. Yeah.
So why? So you know, why even have that as an option for sorting?
I figured it out.
Conversations.
I know why it is. Because you do it to intentionally generate controversy so people click more pages to get more ad hits to make you more dollars. It's a conspiracy, Scott.
Almighty dollar. Apparently $87 million isn't enough for all these. He's got to try to squeeze another few dollars out of it.
BGG currency is going to be worth money. It's going to be the next big thing.
We'll see. Well, hold on. This actually let's dive a little deeper
every
here.
Every time there's a new #1 game, BGG becomes worth $2 million more.
Yes, I was laughing the other day that Eric Morton posted that he put his donation in to be.
I don't know why he did that. He already has that block as an admin.
And I'm like, you put ad block in. Those ads pay your salary.
I know exactly why.
You should have to watch them.
Hey, I would just like to. Hey, everyone, can I have attention, please? I have some breaking news.
90 million.
90 million. It's working. This man-made like controversy that you created has you're just trying to push yourself to that 100 million level.
Lance, we've been stirring up the pot. You should see if you can get a cut of that for the show.
Well, I'm still waiting on my check.
Those 12s of clicks are pushing him up there.
Yeah, 12.
Push him.
The correct response to this accusation is simply,
how do you sleep at night?
Was there this much controversy when Pandemic Legacy went #1?
yes.
Yeah, we didn't agree with that either.
The last one that I remember that it was anything was when everybody was rating Space Hulk a 10, and then everybody went to rate Space Hulk a 1. Like there was that big war between those two.
We are lifting the Games Workshop content filter. We have worked it out with them.
There was a.
What do you mean? I
so
didn't even know that was
You won't get sued?
Yeah, you're not.
What was that? Was that 2 years ago?
More like 10.
Good.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
Oh, it's right when I first started the company.
No, because the thing was, it was like 2, 3, 4 years ago or whatever, when everybody's like, everybody's like alternate rules, and like I remember that was like the big thing was it was like the Blood Bowl living rules were on the site, and then you had to take them down, and that was like 3, 4 years ago.
We took down everything. Well, it's going back up.
Cool.
We have been in contact with them and worked out a deal. I wouldn't say it's a deal, but it's basically a relationship.
Oh, that's why you needed the more money, because you had to cut them a check.
So, did Games Workshop
See, look at this.
CEO?
It's just you dig yourself more and more holes here. This is just a layered, you're going to turn it over to Games Workshop, and you're going to make them be the fall guys. You're going to throw them under the bus. Well, I need the extra money to pay off Games Workshop.
Did they get a new CEO recently? Like in the past couple of years?
I believe so.
3 of them in the past couple of years.
Is that when they started turning around and making games that more people liked again and reversing DB policies and stuff?
Well, the big thing was reprinting. They reprinted Blood Bowl, which I think got an okay response. Still getting a decent response. And then, but the big thing I think was for them was they're actually like, I think Necromunda was a pretty big deal, but it's not the old Necromunda. It kind of actually makes me mad. They're
gonna do the 3D terrain.
No, we'll see.
Wasn't in the base game. No, I talked to them in Essen.
Oh, there's 3D rules.
Oh, secret meetings at Essen with Games Workshop.
I have the 3D terrain rules.
Yeah, they're in the book, right?
Secret meetings. No, I think you're bearing the lead here.
There was no secret meeting.
Secret meetings with Games Workshop to work
Whoever
out.
we spoke to did not know who we were.
This is the rule book for Necromunda.
Anthony, you're talking over my fun here.
No, I'm not talking under your fun. I'm correct.
Yeah, you are. You're talking over my fun.
I'm standing up for my friend who has $90 million.
Oh, who's also Anthony Mercado also in on the conspiracy. This is it. This is Gloomhaven Gate 2018. And we'll get to the bottom of this eventually, guys. How do you sleep at night?
On a pile of cash.
A pile of $90 million.
Giant mattress of money.
He sent his wife to bed on a giant mattress of money so he could come on here and talk to us for some god-awful reason.
So, Scott, earlier we were talking about our top 3 games. What are yours?
Oh, jeez. Gloomhaven.
Top 3 of all time?
And then Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
And then Gloomhaven.
What are the top 3 games on BGG?
Wait, check which checks cleared.
Yeah, check his mailbox money.
Let's see. His number 1's Tigris and Euphrates.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
You just because you hate yourself?
I
or
just
what?
love it.
Oh.
It's just one of those games.
You like Small World? And what else does Lance hate?
It's my number 2.
I
just
hate
made a
very
list.
few
Actually.
games, but I mean, like I hate Betrayal of House of Hill. I thought that was
Let
a
me
pile
get
of
my
crap.
spreadsheet.
Small World was a giant pile of crap. Tigris was boring as hell.
Summoner Wars.
Summoner Wars also not on my faves. Summoner Wars is just such a bad game. I really tried to like Mage War, but I couldn't get into it.
I haven't been in that one either.
Games I didn't like. I mean, games that I played them and I was like, after one decent play of Le Havre, I just every single play afterwards, I just had this bad taste in my mouth every single time. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think honestly it's because the first game I played was with 3 people, and I think you just need to play that with 3. I don't know. Let me think.
So
here.
I think number 2. Are you going to try to choose for me, or are you just guessing?
I don't know. It's Gloomhaven, and Gloomhaven. You already said the check cleared, right?
Gloomhaven, Too Many Bones, and Unlock.
Yeah, there you go. Word
I think Magic the Gathering may be number 3.
Oh, geez.
I don't know what number 2 is. Probably like Arkham Horror or something like that.
When was the last time you played Magic the Gathering?
I download those yearly packs they do on the.
Did I
iPad.
ask you that? I said, when was the last time you played it?
Maybe like 6 months ago.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Proof.
Does that matter?
But I'm playing against a computer, right? Like, I mean, I'm not playing real. I'm just remembering the fond.
When was the last time you played it
years I
against
spent.
a person?
Oh, that's been. I don't remember.
But
Maybe
still-
a couple years.
Just because you don't play it doesn't mean you don't think it's one of the best games.
I think it's one of the best games ever made. I mean, I dedicated like days and nights thinking about.
I
that
mean,
game
I
and
won't
trying to
touch
figure
the
it out.
shit because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But without that game, I don't know if
It's
we'd be here talking right
It was
now.
pretty spectacular. It like turned my life into a different direction. Like when that thing came out. Same with Tigris. Same with Catan. So I would say probably like Tigris, Catan.
Well, you're
Magic
wrong
the
on
Gathering.
2 of those games, but that's okay.
Yeah. I guess I picked my number 1, 2, and 3 for different reasons.
Yeah, exactly. Just like you allow people to rate the games on whatever
For
basis.
any
they want.
reason at all.
Whatever.
Oh, it's so amazing how things have ramped up with the rankings, man.
Mm.
It's a sorted list of popularity. It's making no statement that it's the best game of all time.
Mm.
Only people can say that. I mean,
Do
everybody.
you think that they'll eventually work themselves out, though? Do you think that the cream will rise, or do you think that the popularity of the game will just snowball to the point where it'll never drop? Like with Gloomhaven or
no, for sure. With commonality, I don't know if that's the right word. Like with the more people having it, the more average ratings you'll get.
Well,
Right.
I mean, just look at all the other
everyone-
games.
It's not everybody's like cup of tea, right?
I remember when Twilight Struggle took over the number 1 spot, and it was like no fanfare whatsoever. It was just like one of those things like, what? Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh.
What did I see? Puerto Rico?
No, it was Puerto Rico, and then was it Agricola?
Agricola and then Twilight?
And then
Yeah, I
Twilight,
wrote
if
down the
I
list.
remember correctly.
I'll
And
give you
then,
the order. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, Paths of Glory. You guys remember that one?
Yes.
No. Tigris and Euphrates was number
Ooh.
1 for a while. Puerto Rico, followed
Had
by
it forever.
Agricola.
Puerto Rico was number 1 forever.
It was not as number 1 as long as Twilight Struggle. Twilight Struggle was number 1 for like 7 years. People don't remember that. Pandemic Legacy, Gloomhaven.
So what was
How's
the
it-
shortest lived number 1?
Probably Pat. You know what? Someone wrote a list. Let me see if I can find it.
How long has Pandemic Legacy been out? Like 2 years?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
two.
2 years.
And that's
So-
what it's going to become, though, is that the
Every
number
2
ones are
years?
going to be so transitory now.
I don't see that.
every year the big
All right,
release.
let's go on record. January predictions. 2017. What do you think there will be a new number 1?
I got a
before next
prediction.
year?
I got a prediction. Here. Can I have a
Wait.
prediction?
I'm going to start writing these down because I want to come back.
Okay. So here it is. January 2018. Lance's
I'm
prediction.
starting a spreadsheet.
Will you listen to me for a second? Star Wars
Are you
9 will
taking-
be shit.
taking the piss?
That's my prediction
Yeah.
right now. In January 2018, the 9th episode of Star Wars movies will be horrible.
Okay,
How
so
many Last
2017
Jedi's will it be?
2018.
It'll be a combination of a stinky chili dog fart, a shart, and Last Jedi. That's what Star Wars
Having
9 will
over
be.
how bad that movie is.
I'm gonna say this time next year, Rising Sun will be the number 1 game.
Nope.
What a homer! What a homer!
Not going to happen.
That.
Not what a homer.
2018. I'll put your name in there. So you take credit for that one. All right.
So you put down Last Jedi plus Shart equals Star Wars 9.
Well, that's 2019 or 2020.
2020.
Whatever. I want. Write it down. Write it down. In case
What am I writing?
That Star Wars 9 will be the rough equivalent of The Last Jedi plus a shart.
That's a pretty safe bet, I think.
Yeah,
it is J.J. Abrams going back to it though. So
you heard it here first.
According to who? People in general, or you?
I'm going to say that a new number 1 will not be named in 2018. Before 2019.
Does that include?
You guys see that Tim Norris won't even say The Last Jedi. He says that which will not be named.
Do you mean there will be no new game at number 1, or
no game will advance to the number 1 slot on BGG in 2018?
So no game will displace.
What do we get? So I need to.
We're making predictions.
I'm gonna go make like 1,000.
Let's put $20 American. How about the $20 American you owe me for Trump? We'll just put that we'll do a double or nothing.
Didn't I take you out to dinner or something? Or
I'm still waiting on paint.
I don't think so.
Shut your mouth. At this point, it's a meme.
Paint?
At this point, it's a meme. You know how many times I have put together? Yeah, never mind. I'm just I don't have your address, Anthony. I can't send you.
You do. You ask me for my address every freaking week.
You need a personal assistant. Get the little things off your plate.
Lance was a personal assistant.
You shut your mouth, Pete.
Oh my!
Any more predictions? Anthony, did you have a Flow of History, right? You own Flow of History, or you own like a?
I backed the deluxe copy. We talked about this.
I got to get you a retail one. Anyway, never mind.
So I want to clarify, no new number 1. So if Pandemic Legacy bobbles in there.
Oh gosh! You're already backtracking on your idea.
What,
new.
You think that season 2?
I think
there could be some fluctuation. No. I'm just saying if Pandemic Legacy number 1 pops back in the number 1 slot for a day.
If it teeter-totters back and forth, it doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I see nothing in the hotness right now being talked about enough to threaten it.
The only thing I think that could threaten it is Seventh Continent, because they printed a million of that for the next month.
Yeah, that could because it's already at 41, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be a contender.
But Seventh Continent is 5 times the game of Gloomhaven.
No, it's crap compared to Gloomhaven.
Oh, whatever. What do you know? You professional hanger-on.
Enjoy them both.
Talking about.
Enjoy them both.
One is a very cool puzzle. The other one's a game.
You like The Last Jedi. I can't.
No, I did not like The Last Jedi. You wash your filthy mouth.
You said you enjoyed it. Well, see, and that means that right now we should just your ranking of 10 of Gloomhaven should be null and void if you like The Last Jedi.
No, Last Jedi.
You can't be on the Alaboom if you like Jedi. God, the more
Seventh Continent could threaten it, but
I'll go like a day without thinking of that movie, and then I'll think of it, and I'll just get.
I mean, I'm amazed.
So you must
taking
love
so much
it,
of your
or
time.
you wouldn't obsess
Just
on
let
it.
it go.
It's so bad.
I'm done with it. It's already over.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed in the Blade Runner.
Hey,
by the way, I missed the scene in the Blade Runner movie, and I came up with a better plot because I missed that scene out of my head.
I've never seen Blade Runner.
Anyway,
until it comes out.
It's not out yet on DVD.
I think digital. You can download it.
I download it. I watch it on iTunes. I did not see it in the theater.
Yeah,
I am literally gluing a cigarette into a guy's mouth.
Necromunda. I know you're talking about that Necromunda. Yeah.
Kabuki, I didn't really. I mean, I liked Blade Runner. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was cool, but I thought the plot was weak, and I came up with a better plot.
You know what's weak?
By not watching the whole entire movie in one sitting, so I forgot about some stuff.
Listen to your fan base. They don't appreciate your ranking system. Fix it.
Any other predictions, guys? Are we done with the prediction?
I'll be an even more angrier and grumpier man in January of next year.
Yeah, I predict Lance will bitch about Last Jedi at least 4 more times.
That pile of putrescence.
He will bitch about it until the next Star Wars movie comes out that will either make him happy to stop bitching about it or make him more angry that he bitches about that one instead.
How could they have screwed it up so bad? I just don't know.
You guys want to play a game or something?
Disney, that's how they screwed it up so bad.
You want to play a game?
What game is that?
Crosstalk. Have you played Crosstalk yet?
Well, how are we going to play it? We're not.
I'm thinking a way to play it. We don't really need to be in. You know what?
Shouldn't we wait for Easter?
I don't get it. Is it a joke?
I'm not sure.
Give it a second.
Fell flat. Crosstalk? I'm still not sure what it means.
I'm not either.
All right. While you guys ponder that joke,
Easter.
I'm gonna go get the game,
Oh my
and
God.
we can use it for and then I'll and we'll play. So I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourself.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Our thumbnail.
We should all just leave, and he comes back to it.
I can't still hear you.
The Alaboom thumbnail on YouTube is busted right now.
Busted.
Hey, just remember, Scott has no children, so someone has to inherit that money.
Oh, I love you, Aldi.
So be nice to
You
him.
need to go to college.
You guys are fucked up.
He can't leave it all to Lincoln.
Yes, you can.
Oh,
I got a question for you.
what's that?
I went to. It was a Native American full moon ceremony. So, it basically was a ceremony to let go of whatever, you know.
Okay.
And we went there. My mother-in-law talked me into going to it. It was at a non-denominational church about 2 miles away. So we went. There wasn't one Native American there. It was one white chick reading off a slip on how to do the ceremony. And I left about halfway through. And I went to Jen. I was like, I think I'm offended by this. And she's like, why? I was like, 'cause there's no there's no Native Americans doing this.
Yeah, it's kind of like stealing somebody's culture in some ways, right?
Yeah. But in the same case, it's, I guess if it makes them feel better, I don't know. You know, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, that's a little strange.
What's that say, Pete? It's backwards.
I love BGG.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it backwards?
He's sucking up.
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
I am. Weird. I see it forward when I write it backwards. I wrote it backwards on purpose because the last time I wrote it normal, it showed up backwards on my screen.
No, because your screen is mirrored.
Ah, son bitches.
We see you straight, but you see yourself mirrored.
Ah, well, that makes drawing a lot easier.
Yeah, I found that whole situation a little weird. It was basically just a bunch of hippies.
Here's a test. Can you guys read that card?
Oh, there it goes. Sleep and peace.
Or is that visible? Like, can you guys read those words?
Yeah.
Sleepwalk, Impeach, North Pole, Jolly Green Giant.
AT&T,
Yeah.
Half-Life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That works. Okay, so here's what you guys want to play or what?
All right, let's try it.
All right, so here's the game. We need two teams.
Together. I gotta pay attention now.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention. It's a real game. All right. So we need two teams. Me, Keith, Pete.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And the other team is Lance, Anthony, Barry.
Well, you bitches are going down.
Why didn't we take Anthony?
So the object of the game, this is sort of like Password. Yeah, we could have made the dream team there, man. Oh man. So the object of the game is to guess the word. It's sort of like Password, where you're going to give a one-word clue to your team to guess the target word. Sweet, man. Oh man, Pete is the best. Look at that. How could you ask for anything more than that?
Right. I got bills.
You know, if he has kids, though, it all goes to shit. Well, the stuff
So
we got is worthless.
So
Yeah, I
let's say
know.
Lance and I would be giving the clue.
Okay.
And Lance, we would basically you would pick a number between 1 and 6.
6.
Okay. And so our clue for this example would be Jolly Green Giant. Okay. So only you and I know that. Everybody else will have to close their eyes. Okay.
Keith will just say Nollins.
Nollins, and that'll get the
Only and I already discussed Nollins last week.
We did. So you'll need a piece of
Bunch
paper,
of
Lance, by
cheaters.
the way. Everybody will need a piece of paper and a pencil.
I don't have any paper.
Or something to write on, something to write one word on. Okay.
I don't have that either.
All right. Well, then you can't be the cap. You can't be
I'm
the
going to
captain.
get a Mountain Dew, but I have my finger.
All right. Well, then I'll wait to explain the rules to you.
I have to shift slightly over this way, and then I have to shift slightly over this way.
Why do you have the sheet behind you now, Oldie? That's new.
I'm starting a new show.
What?
Doing a new show. I'm recording it tomorrow. So I'm setting up my backdrop.
I thought you were just trying to
Oh,
on yourself so that you were floating ahead.
I get it. Our show.
Yeah, well, I'm
is
also
good
wearing
enough
like
for
this.
you.
I'm freaking cold, so I'm wearing like my black. Well, of course, I'm wearing a black shirt too. So yeah. It's just...
Nice.
Okay, so is everybody back?
I'm excited. Let's do this.
So Lance, we're doing Jolly Green Giant. Only you
Okay,
and I
well,
know this.
But they all know this though, because
No, their eyes are going to be closed until that point. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And close your chat window or hide it so you can't see it. Okay. So you and I know the clue, right? We're going to write a one-word secret clue for our team.
All right.
Okay. So I will write a secret clue on a thing and show it on the camera.
I don't have one of those.
And my team, well, you need to get like a Sharpie and a paper or something.
Okay, well, could you send that to me?
Let
and
me
then
finish
next
the
week we can do
rules,
this?
Lance, before the. You're making it hard for me, man. I'm trying to be entertaining. So, you and I will write a secret clue. My team will look at it. You will write a secret clue. Your team will look at it. We will not see each other's secret clues. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out how to do that with the closing of the eyes and stuff. Then whoever goes first, in the first turn it's random, gives a clue to the other team. Does that make sense? And they get to make a guess of the word. So Jolly Green Giant, I might say frozen. And then they make a guess. And if they're right, they win. If not, then you give a clue to my team. And let's say you might say large. Or something.
Well, why wouldn't I just say purple?
You could say purple if you want to throw it off, but you also want your team to get the answer correctly. Okay.
Hmm.
Now there's advanced rules which we can't quite do here because there's a little clue board that gives you, like, you're allowed to say there's little things that add more fun to the game, but we're just gonna play the basic game where you could make in other clues to your team to say ignore number 3 or whatever, ignore that word. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna give each team up to 4 clues and try to get the answer, and whoever gets it, what's the point? Okay. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You bet.
Okay.
So it's a shared word, and each team's going to alternate giving a clue, but the other team's the one guessing. And you're trying to get your team.
Does each person on the team get to guess, or is it a combined together?
No, it's a one guess, and your team can work together. That you might have to, like, it might be a little hard to kind of communicate without giving too much away. So 3 players is a little hard, but it'll be fine. We'll deal with it.
Okay.
You could type messages into the chat if you want, but of course we can all see it. So
who's on my team again? It's me, you,
Lance, and Barry.
Me, Lance.
No,
and Barry.
I was on Anthony and me and who else?
Oh no, it's me,
Pete,
you, and
Ollie.
Pete. Yeah, it's me, you, and Pete. Me, Pete,
Okay.
and Keith.
Keith.
And Keith, the cheater.
Okay. All right, Lance, you ready?
You know it.
So we have to hide our eyes here.
So everybody close your eyes except for Lance. Lance, pick a number between 1 and 6.
3.2.
Keith, close your eyes.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at a different screen.
Everybody close your or look at a different screen.
Well, you can see
Sure,
mine.
look at the different screen.
What did you say, Lance?
I said 3.8417. That's between 1 and 6.
Lance, pick a
I'll
freaking
call that a
whole
4.
number.
That's
A whole number.
Just
Pick a
do a
number,
Facebook
Lance.
message too to say the words. That way you
Let's
don't.
go. Let's go to 4. Let's go to
Yeah,
4.
you can do Facebook messages. Communicate. You want to go 4? Okay. So, that's a different. That's the original card. Hold on. Need a card.
Come on, I got 2 of these left to put together.
Okay. Can you read that, Lance?
Hold on. Let me look at your thing here.
Wait, let me get it in focus.
Hey.
Yeah, it's not focusing. Hold on. Oh, come on. Oh, there it goes.
We've all
All
got
right.
our eyes
I
closed.
got
like
it.
Lance is
I got
looking
Did you
it.
get
at
it? Did you get it?
I
Okay,
got
cool.
it.
You
I
got
got
it?
it.
All right. All
Are you
right.
done?
Lance, write a seat. No, you guys can open your eyes for now.
Okay.
Jeez, I got minis to put together here. Slow me down.
Okay, write down your secret clue, Lance.
I've written down my secret clue.
Okay.
I have in this envelope the secret word.
All right, Lance, Barry, and Anthony, close your eyes.
All right.
Keith and Pete, open your eyes
Okay.
and look at my clue. You
Okay.
guys got that? You got that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
You get it, Keith?
I saw it.
Okay. The other team, open your eyes, and our team, close your eyes. So, Keith, close your eyes. Pete, close your eyes. I'll close my eyes.
So what?
Show them a
Your
secret clue.
clue. Your secret clue.
I just realized I'm writing in on pencil. I don't know if this is going to show up.
You need a
real well.
Sharpie.
You shut your mouth.
Okay, I see it.
Barry, you got it?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, put it down. All right.
Yeah, I did.
Lance, I'm going to give you the option. Do you want to go first or do you want to go second? Do you want to defer?
And I give a clue to your
No.
team,
Yeah, you would be giving a clue to my team.
and then they get to guess.
Correct.
I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, yeah. So a rule. Actually, thank you, Kabuki. Oh my gosh, Kabuki Kid knows this game. You can't write a clue that is always capitalized. Okay.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
So your secret clue cannot be a word that is always capitalized.
The proper noun, basically.
Oh,
Like-
okay. Can it be Nolans?
Let's play with real words.
Yeah.
I don't want any controversy with Lance.
There always will be. You know this.
Okay. I think I'm fine.
All right, we'll give a clue.
Pretty sure.
then.
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Oh, so I give a clue. All right, guys. You guys ready?
This is to my team.
Go for it.
To your team. Publisher. So I'm going to write these words down to keep track. So we'll be Team Blue, guys, because I'm boozing.
So what was the thing you showed us?
You saw that. Remember you saw that?
Yeah.
So if we guess
That's
it,
your secret clue.
So if we
That's
guess it,
my
we just-
secret clue. Now you're giving them a public clue.
I'm giving the other team a clue. They
right,
don't know
okay.
the secret clue.
So if I guess what it is, and I'm
You
right,
guys
we
would-
get points.
Yeah, if you guys guess it right,
Hugh Hefner.
then yeah, you got it right.
Yeah, that was going to be my guess too.
What was your secret clue, Playboy?
Yes.
Yeah, same as ours.
Okay. All right. All right. That's practice. Let's do one for
What?
real.
No practice. We just won. We just won the game. Woo!
Okay. All right.
I'm ranking this as number 10.
All right. So Black, you guys are Team Black. You get a point.
Is this
Okay.
10 Jedi?
Who's the next clue giver? Pete, you ready? You want to give a clue, Pete?
Sure.
And Anthony?
Andy's
Pete versus
putting together
Anthony.
Minis. Let's let Barry do it.
Let Barry do it. So
Barry, you ready, Barry? You got a paper, Barry? I wonder if we can read what Barry writes. The camera's so far
Probably
away.
not.
Does he speak English?
Me no speak no English.
Can you do a Facebook message to those guys? Maybe that'll work.
What do you guys think of this clue?
Ready, Audi?
Okay. So it's
Well, wait a
Barry
minute.
and
How are
Pete.
you and wait a minute. How are they going to get the card then? Or you're
I'm
just
gonna show the card. I haven't looked at it. Yeah, I've not looked at it.
This is highly dubious right now. He's not going to look at the card, everybody.
Believe me, this is no fun if you cheat. I want to play for real. All right, everybody, close your eyes. You guys
All
ready?
right, I'm walking away. Let me know when I go
I'm
walk
trying. I'm just looking at the outline of the card to make sure I'm getting. Okay, there we go. Can you read that? Pick
You
it.
got to
Actually,
pick a number first.
somebody
You
pick a
got to pick
number.
the number first before you show a card.
Pick a
Pick a
number.
number, Pete.
3.
3.
There we go.
Up a-
Right? Is it on?
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys got it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. All right. So now you guys give us. You guys write down secret clues.
How many do we write down?
Just one word, and it cannot. All,
one word.
Yeah, we can open your eyes. You can open your eyes. One word.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let me focus my camera on Barry. I'm not looking.
All right. All right. So Barry, you show your word first to your team. Keith,
Lance,
close your
go
eyes.
look. Barry showing his
Keith
word.
and Pete. Keith and Pete, close your eyes.
Okay. Give me a second.
Barry showing his word?
Give me a second.
Barry, show the word.
Give me a
Oh,
second.
Pete, do you have your word ready?
Yes, I do.
It's just
Okay,
one word, right? You can't like
Yeah.
write a bunch of words.
It's just one word.
Yeah,
But here's the
one
thing:
word.
the
This
target
threw me off.
clue, the target clue can be, can be a phrase, or
All right.
multiple words, right? Just
Like Hugh Hefner.
It's not really a phrase.
Well, it's a person, right?
But it's 2 words.
It could be anything, really. I mean, there's all. I've seen crazy words in here. It's all Trail of Tears in here.
Okay.
Come on, Barry. Let's go here.
Yeah.
Pete, do you have your word?
I have a word, yes.
All right. Why don't you, Pete? Why don't you show us your
Yeah.
word, Lance,
Well,
and
Barry can't look then if he's.
don't
if
look,
you're doing
Barry.
it.
Don't look, Barry.
Okay.
Are we opening yet?
All right, Pete, show us the word. Keith, look at the word. Me and you.
Hold on.
Yep, got it. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, now we close our eyes. Barry, show your word.
Jeez, Barry, are you dyslexic? What's going on here?
No, I'm trying to think of how to describe this in one fucking word.
Well, we're gonna get multiple tries at this, right?
Yeah, you get 4 more clues. You get to give 4 clues.
Poor
It'll all
Barry's
come
gonna have to
together.
get up.
Can you see that?
Hold on. All right, I got it.
Anthony, you got
Did
it?
you get it, Anthony?
I didn't see it. Lance texted to me.
Oh, jeez. Hold on.
Is the word down?
It's
Yeah,
down.
the word's
Hold
down.
on, I gotta text it to Anthony. Hold on.
Okay, well, we
guys
can't
open
see
our
that.
eyes.
We can't see that. We can open our eyes, right?
Yes.
Okay. God, my God.
This
is
is
going
This
about
is
the way I
great
thought it
radio.
Whatever. you
Yes.
know. I'll figure out a better way to do this next time. All right, Pete.
Mhm.
Since we lost last game,
Mhm.
round, do you want to defer that to them giving the first answer or clue, or do you want to give the first clue to them?
Well, give the first clue to them.
You want to give the first clue to them? That means they get the first guess.
No. They give the first clue to us.
Yeah, okay. All right, Barry, you give us the first clue.
Not the one you
Remember,
received.
now remember, you don't want us to guess it. Correct. So try to be as vague as you can.
Well, we get to hear it, so we don't know if you're being secretive.
You guys get it. Yeah.
That was his clue. A burp.
Burp.
So the first clue's got to be what I wrote.
No.
No.
It could be anything.
Only your teammates know that word. Now we don't know it, so give it. But you're giving us the first clue.
Just one word.
Flagpole.
Give him one word.
One word. Flagpole.
Flagpole.
What was the word? Light bulb?
Flag. Pole.
Flagpole.
Flagpole.
And now I have to give a clue.
No. We
Christmas
get a guess.
story.
We get a guess.
Christmas story.
Is that right?
Correct.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Point.
My next clue was
Again.
Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. That would be like totally easy, but they would get that for sure. All right. What was your secret word, Barry?
Oh, fudge.
Oh, fudge. Okay, that's
And
technically against the rules, but that's fine. You could have just wrote fudge.
I thought you said a phrase.
No word. It's okay. And ours was high school. Okay, who's up? Anthony and Keith. Anthony and Keith. Anthony, pick a number.
Hold on, I'm switching my
4.
thing to be on Anthony. Hold on.
Put it on Anthony. Okay.
You said 4?
Barry,
Can
you
you see
can't
that?
be looking.
Go, yeah, everybody close your eyes. Did you see it?
Hold on, I gotta focus on you. Yes.
Number 4, everybody good?
Got it.
Can I look now?
Yeah. Let me know who gets their word first.
I've got mine.
All right, Lance, Anthony, and Barry, close your eyes.
What? So am I closing my eyes now?
Yeah, you close your eyes. He's going to show us.
Keith
The
is
secret
giving
word.
us his secret word.
Wait, isn't Keith? Okay, Keith is in charge. Yeah.
He's on. Yep, got it.
All right, got it.
Got it, Pete.
Yep.
All right, Anthony, go ahead and show your word. Everybody on our team, close your eyes. Everybody on our team, open.
Oh, I'm looking now?
Yes, you
look,
and
Lance,
Barry are
Lance,
looking.
Lance and Barry, look.
Okay, I got it.
Got it.
Got it?
Okay. All right, Anthony, do you want to give the first clue or do you want us to give the first clue?
You can give the first clue.
All right, Keith, fire away.
Olympics.
World Cup.
Wait,
Damn it, that's
you're
what I
not
was-
on our team. Oh, wait, yeah, sorry, you guys are giving
That's right.
He got it.
Wait. Yeah, okay. World Cup, really?
Yep. That was it.
Shit. Like,
What'd you write down?
It was a
we
great
gotta
clue,
make these
Keith.
clues
Isn't
harder,
the World
guys.
Cup during the Olympics?
It was
No.
a great clue.
World Cup is
World
when
Cup from the Olympics?
no World
No,
Cup.
I'm talking
you
about
off.
Keith's clue that he wrote to us was a
No,
great
the World
clue.
Championship, right? Yeah.
Keith's
Oh.
clue was good, but like I would never got World Cup from it, I don't think.
That's the first thing I thought of when I
Keith,
saw
what was
that.
your
Yeah, but I think it's soccer. I don't know any major league.
What was your
soccer
secret
teams, I
word?
think.
What was
You
your
wrote
secret word?
football.
Soccer.
And I wrote soccer.
Yeah, see, I wrote.
Soccer Olympics got you World Cup? Man, you're good. Jesus.
Well, I was
It was
trying to
even
throw
What
it
else?
off
FIFA.
I don't know anything else for soccer. What?
Yeah, I don't either. It's
Yeah.
FIFA and World Cup. It's the only two things I can think
Soccer
of.
was just.
I couldn't
you
even
knew
think
what
of
it was gonna
FIFA.
be.
Oh,
By the way, FIFA would be an invalid clue, by the way.
Oh,
Because it's always
Because it's always capitalized. Yeah, it's yeah. It's
so did
always
we
capitalized.
win or what happened there?
You guys
It's
won.
2-1. It's 2-1.
Oh,
But everybody's gone. So
Yeah, well, let's go one more round.
okay.
all right.
It's first to 5 in the game. All right, so I'm on. It's me and who is
You
it?
and
Me and
Lance
Lance again.
Are we ever going to give
All
more?
right,
than
Lance,
one
give me
clue?
a number.
Let's go with 6.
You guys close your eyes.
Yep.
Back it up a little bit. It's out of focus.
Yeah.
All right, got it.
You got it.
Got it.
All right.
I gotta focus on Lance so I can read his paper.
Is it safe to look?
Yeah, go ahead. Look.
Is it safe?
Hmm. Ooh, this might be a little more tough here.
All right, I got one for my team. If you guys want to go.
All right, I'll close my eyes. Go ahead.
All right, closed.
Team Black close. Okay, Keith.
Yep.
Pete, ready?
Yep, ready.
Got it?
Yeah, got it.
All right.
Our team close. Blue team close.
Okay.
I don't like this, but all right. Focus on me.
Focus on you. Got it.
Okay. Got it.
I got it. You misspelled word. Yes.
Ah, shut your mouth.
All right. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody open your eyes.
I will.
You guys got the last. You guys got the last point, so I will let you give the first clue.
Colors.
Colors. Keith, do you want me to text you what I think it may be, or do you want to just talk about it openly?
If you've got something, blurt it out because I don't have anything.
Mascot?
That's wrong.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna give the clue accessories.
Accessories.
Pom-poms.
Damn it! Get the fuck out of here!
That was my guess. Your
Accessories is a great clue. God dang it!
Oh my god!
As soon as you said that, I was
Anthony,
either that
you
or
are
the
so
horn.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I went as vague as possible. And you
I
build
know.
on-
I questioned about. Man, I thought that was because there's many things it could have been.
yeah. I got pom poms off of accessories. Too.
What was your secret clue?
cheerleader.
Yeah, so was mine.
Same
All
as
right,
ours.
so man, I feel like the all right, all right, you guys got 3-1.
We win.
We win.
First to 5.
I thought it was best of 5.
Unless you guys don't want to play anymore. Well, that'd be 4 points.
Well, as riveting as this is.
We'll go 2 more. Do 2
All right,
more.
who's up? Who's up?
Barry.
Pete and Barry.
It's me and Barry.
Okay.
Let me focus on Barry. Hold on.
Oh, I got focused on Scott for the card.
All right.
Pick another beat.
Barry, you're picking. I picked last time. It's not okay. There you go. All right, I got it. 4. Yep.
Barry, you got it.
Yep, got it.
Can I look?
Yeah, you can look.
Okay.
Yeah. Timothy's red. I should have put the accessories in the private clue.
Who's going first?
You guys got the last one.
We get to decide once you guys get the secret words out.
Yeah, let me get my word out. Okay, I've got my word.
I got mine.
All right.
All right. Let me
Um,
close.
Show us your word. Team Black, close your eyes.
Team Black, close
is,
your
Pete,
eyes.
is Pete showing or is what's showing? Who's showing?
I'm
Pete's
showing.
Pete's showing. So
Close your eyes, Lance.
me and Keith look at it.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah,
Yep, got it.
got it.
Got it, Keith?
Yep.
All right, it's gone.
All right, we'll close our eyes.
Ready, Lance?
Wait, hold on, I gotta focus on you, Barry.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this.
Oh, it's dark, ain't that? There you go.
Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Good night, guys.
Okay. All right.
You guys good?
Yep.
Oh, we're so
Okay.
good. We're perfect.
All right, Pete. Do you want to give the first clue, or do you want them to give the first clue?
Let's let them give the first clue.
Okay.
Go ahead, Barry.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm busy.
French.
French. Black team gives French. Hold on.
That doesn't suspicious.
Yeah, I was talking to my. So, I don't have anything, Keith. Do you got anything?
Napoleon.
Prize.
Oh yeah, there we go. What'd you say?
Napoleon.
Is that
Got
correct?
Ding, 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 ding,
All
ding,
right.
ding,
This
ding.
is a really tough game, guys. So just like
My clue is going to be complex.
Oh yeah. Wow. I probably would have got it from that.
I got it on
You guys were
your.
both the same.
I got it on Barry's. too.
What was
Barry
the same
clue?
secret clues?
No, I got it on the fact that he said French.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I was like, it's got to be Napoleon.
Did
right?
they have
It
the
was short.
who too?
Yeah, I said short also.
Did you?
All right, last
Anthony-
one, Oldie.
Anthony and Keith.
I'm gonna say
Guys
number
ready?
6, Anthony.
Wait,
Good.
I gotta close my eyes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, close your eyes.
All
Do
right.
another card.
All right, you can back it up. It's
Did anybody see that?
No.
I didn't see it, but I saw the card. I just
Yeah,
didn't
whatever.
see the
I'll give
word.
another card.
Just do another
Hey, we
card.
actually had an interesting one that time, Anthony.
You want it? I
I
can't
didn't
read
even
it. I
see what
can't.
it
That's
said.
right. Back it up. Okay, there we go.
Got it.
Got
Number
it.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Focus on
When we played the other night, we were going like 4 clues deep. You guys are good.
All right.
We are
Ready?
good.
You guys close your eyes. My team.
Yep.
You ready?
Hold on, I gotta focus on you. Why am I trying not to look?
Yeah,
What
you,
am I doing?
you can keep your eyes open.
All right. Here's the clue.
Okay.
All right.
Is your clue down?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've got my
Everybody else,
clue
keep quiet,
ready.
close your eyes.
You guys,
Yep,
down?
fire it away.
Go ahead.
Got
Go
it.
first.
Can you read
Got
it?
it.
Can you read that, Pete?
Yes.
You can give the first clue, Keith.
I gotta give the first clue. All
Yeah,
right.
you gotta give the first one.
Lovin.
Love Lovin.
Yes.
Hmm.
Got it.
What do you got for me, Barry? What are you thinking?
Well, we gotta make a guess though. Oh no, it's your team.
but
The other
Did they
team.
make it
Jeez,
again?
Yeah,
you know what
I'm
it's
like, I
hard
have
the damn
so
game.
I have
You
no
screwed it
clue.
up.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was nothing.
Did they guess or not?
No, we
No,
gotta
you guys
guess.
guess.
Oh, we
gotta
gotta guess. That's right.
What do we got?
I don't know.
Romance.
No.
I don't know if this is an actual proper clue. I'm gonna give it anyway. 70s.
That's a word.
Is it bad to message your opponent?
Oh wait. Oh.
That's 70s,
So
right?
it's totally that. Oh yeah, you go. You go. Yeah, do it.
No, you do it. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I think it could have been the first thing I said too.
Yeah, but I think yours makes more sense.
Okay. All right. We came down. It's a choice between two. We're gonna go with waterbed.
Yes, that's correct.
I actually thought it was hot tub, but he liked the second
So
clue better.
70s.
I was totally off.
Was one of my clues as well.
All right, we'll call it a draw. 3-3.
I thought that was hot tub. I honestly thought that was the.
And I was going to throw him off because I was going to say heated for my next one to see if that could throw him off.
Heated.
What was your
What was
clue?
your
Anthony?
secret?
Oh,
Yeah,
my secret word was waves.
Yeah.
What was yours, Anthony?
Sex.
Yeah, I was gonna say intercourse, but like I said romance. I want to guess waterbed.
Sex and
Yeah.
love are pretty much the same.
No, 70s was an awesome clue because as soon as you said that, because I had a waterbed as a kid. And
I was
said-
in the
I had
wrong.
one bed.
Oh,
wrong-
I still had my waterbed into the 90s. It was easy to travel with it because like whenever I'd move, it was just just drain all the water.
Travel. Really?
Well, when I moved, I would switch apartments like every couple of years, so it was easy to take it apart and
Drain it.
put it back
move it.
together.
All right.
It always sucked when the heater went out though, because you'd wake up freezing to death in the middle of the night and you're hypothermic.
Probably die from that, right?
I always thought it'd
Nah,
be cool
you
if you
wake
could just
up
pour like 50 Jello packets in your waterbed.
So the game, the full game comes with this board. You could play with this, and there's these symbols, right? You could say like opposite and the clue number. So you can be more sneaky and stuff. There's like opposite, synonym, partial, emphasis, ignore, and combine. And you can use this once per round.
Neat.
Pretty cool.
All right, buddies. 2 hours in, I'm going to bed. Have a good
Yeah,
night.
I was just gonna say, this is kind of a lackluster evening anyway. It's kind of sucks for the first one of 2018, but I don't know. Not much to talk about, right?
wow, we love you too,
I
Lance.
built half of my Necromunda minis.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of jealous of Anthony being able to build his minis because I like I said I have so many minis I have to put together before Sunday. Too many minis.
Sounds
Too many.
Sure.
Well, it's just I want to get them together and then I can spray the base on all of them. You know, since they're all like skeletons except for like a couple of the leaders, I can just use.
Switch to undead.
Yeah,
I do Nurgle.
I was gonna do Nurgle, but the new Nurgle models come out here in end of January. So, but I have to defend my ladder spot with an army. So, and I got a bunch of skellies. So, I'm gonna like put them all together, give them a good spray. The military like the war painter. They have like the skeletal bone like base. I can just spray them all down with that and then start working on the details later. But at the very least, I have to have that one tone on them, or else they aren't legal for the tournament. So.
Really painted? They have to be painted for the tournament.
Yep.
It's
an official. You have to do it in store and yeah. So it's the first one will be against my daughter actually. So it should be
cool.
It should be good. But yeah, there you go.
All right.
But
well, happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. Happy anniversary there, Aldi.
Thank you. 14 years.
Wow.
We hit 14 years this year.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Youngins. I'm on 18 years with wife number 2.
Yeah, well, there you go. Maybe if you hadn't buried the first one in your basement, you wouldn't have the half a second.
No.
She's in the yard. Actually,
I remember and then I apologize, Anthony, I'm trying to embarrass you. I was like, oh, I'm sorry that your first marriage didn't work out, and you said, I'm not. Just I won't say the rest of it, but I was just like, I'm not at all, and then you explained the reasons behind the reason why you weren't married anymore. I was like, I admire your candor.
That's right.
So, but yeah, there you go.
Life's a bitch, and sometimes you marry one.
What did Sam Kinison say? He was like, my second wife. He said, "Oh man, I married her just to get back at another woman." It's like, it got so bad. I would stop at a red light, and I just want to get out of the car and just run. You can have everything. I just want to live.
Aldi, what's the new show about?
Yeah, what's the new show about?
I mean, so it's me.
Watch
Eric
Aldi count his money.
Yes, $1, $2.
We're working up a template for it, but it's basically gonna be like a news show and a little bit like a couple segments. So it's me, Eric Martin, and Lincoln for now. But we want to rotate, so kind of come up with the things. But Eric Martin will probably be the center of it, so it'll be his show. A geek show, talk about geek stuff, board games mostly, but very kind of quick, like a half hour.
Yeah, I was
we want to be like any expose news, like how Gloomhaven got number 1.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some new like Gloomhaven, although we already covered it, so I don't know. Maybe talk about that. I don't see anyone entering anything in the spreadsheet for what to talk about, so we'll have to make some stuff up, I guess. It's been slow, right? There's not been a lot of news.
Where's the spreadsheet? I could,
fake news.
Fake. Have Aldi count his money.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I've been thinking about something like that with the Tube Table guys, like once a month.
Yeah, I watched your show with Anthony and Francis.
Yeah. I'm gonna start filming maybe next week. I'm still cleaning out this room. I almost got it.
Yeah, cleaning my office to get this thing in here was kind of a lot of work. Although it's not quite set up right for this camera.
Yeah,
I still have to work on it.
It happens.
I don't know if a black background is the right background. It
No,
looks black. It's not quite black. It's actually dark. It's actually dark green. Well, there's no lighting in here right now. I've only got very dim light.
Yeah.
I need to get all the lights turned on and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know how many. I mean, I'll do it for a while, but I don't know if it'll be like a permanent thing that I'll do. Just want to get it going.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad after you put a whole group of models together to read the part that says "read this first," huh?
Are you doing Shadespire or are you doing
No, Necromunda.
Are they push models or are they
No,
cut and glue?
Oh, geez, welcome to like an hour ago.
but yes, they have the rule book and they have the 3D terrain rules
Yeah, there you go.
that we were talking about earlier.
So
That
did they keep the rules where you get scars and stuff and all the?
Yep, you get scars. You have the whole thing where you people freak out and they leave.
Okay. Yeah, that was the most fun part. I almost didn't really care about the game as much as the in between parts.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Oh, the game is fun too.
I never played the original, but I wanted to play a minis game, and this
So
one has
isn't there
low
I
model
think I
count.
saw. I don't know who I saw. Maybe it was Rodney or somebody. There were no, it was Joel Eddy. He posted up this cardboard terrain that was like 3-dimensional. It was like really nice.
Yeah, I just got a bunch of Dust Tactics had buildings and stuff. I made some stuff over the weekend over there that I have to paint still. But.
Yeah.
What do you mean cardboard? It was just like laminated cardboard.
So it was 3D. It was 3D card. It was cardboard buildings basically that were 3-dimensional. Like
Yeah, they're cardstock, and they
vertical.
basically go together with like clips.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it would definitely make some verticality because the game is all about like. That's a 3D. I mean, I guess they're selling it as a 2D game when you buy the box.
Yeah, when you buy it, it comes with tiles and
There's no 3D in it.
And there's
But the original game had like these plastic girders that would like you could build buildings with. But that's not in the game anymore, or the base game.
Not in the base game. No, they have the 3D rules. You have to buy it separate. It's called the Gang Warfare. Gang War is the supplement.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's all about height and going up and down and all that other stuff. So
right.
Turn this light off. I don't need it anymore.
That's very interesting. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for hosting a riveting new game for us, Aldi.
No problem. You're welcome.
No. I do appreciate that. That was kind of neat. I can see why that would be. I can see why that would be fun and
we played it a bunch during the holidays. It was fun.
Well, it's a word game, and so that's all you play. So
yeah, you just kind of keep going. You don't
Once again, you brought me joy, Scott Alden.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. So good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you guys.
Jeez,